Oshkosh bar collapsed overnight.
Downtown Oshkosh lost a historic building.
Downtown Oshkosh has burned to the ground. Mabel Murphy's, a bar that occupied the building built in the late 1800s, started on fire early this morning and collapsed soon after.
The iconic Mabel Murphy's in Oshkosh is now gone.
The bar burning down hurt a lot of hearts and minds and souls, including mine. It was one of the most amazing places in town, and the fact that it was singled out to burn down just by pure coincidence baffles me to this day.
Yeah, it shocked you. You know, all I heard is it burned down. Did it start there? Did it start 2 doors down?
The primary fire was on the back of the building immediately north of Mabel Murphy's. And it was a windy night. The wind was coming out of the north, and the fire started on an exterior porch that had a lot of wood products that constructed it. And so the fire blew into Mabel Murphy's from that part, and once it got inside, it traveled quickly, and we had a hard time putting the fire out.
My buddy Jamie left out the back door, and he ran back in at like 1:35, and was just like, I thought he said that there was a fight outside, and he was calling 911, so we ran outside. And he's like, no, there's a fire. And then we went out the back door, and like you can look like right to the right, and there was just flames shooting out the back of the next door building. And I went back in, got everybody that was in there out. We put all the money away and put everything away in the safes because I honestly thought we were going to open the next day.
When it burned down, it really took a place off the map that was more, not just a place where you could get beer, but it was a place where you could meet up.
You know, when it burned down, it really, you know, hit the heart hard, because that was a place that I felt comfortable at. It was a place that I could go to escape reality in a sense. And so, you know, when it burned down, it really brought all of us together and the locals, and it's awful, honestly. It sucks.
We had a red lantern, we had a blue lantern in Oshkosh. The red lantern was located where Mabel's was and became Mabel's in '74.
So I moved to Oshkosh 25 years ago, and I got hired by the fire departments. And you know, shortly after I got here, I learned that Mabel Murphy's was an establishment in town, not like a drinking establishment, but an established business that if you were looking for a place to go to have fun on especially a weekend night, that Mabel Murphy's at Main and Irving was one of the fun places to go.
The environment there was just welcoming. It was friendly, and people weren't willing to be mean to you. The people who went there often were down to earth, friendly, and willing to talk about whatever you wanted to talk about.
The atmosphere was incredible. You could go in there just by yourself, like you didn't need to go there with any of your friends, and you would just feel so at home and so welcome. And it just really had that homey feeling to it, and it didn't matter if you were freshly 21 or 75, and you could go there and like you got along with everybody.
The staff and just the regulars that we had over the years, like everyone just made you feel comfortable, and it was just a lot of fun to be a part of it.
It's a mix of college and older people. And again, I haven't been in there a lot in the last few years, but it was just a mixture of people. It wasn't the normal just college bar.
The environment was a different bar for Oshkosh. Carpeted floors, different lighting, like kind of like a nightclub lighting.
They kept it really, I don't care if it was noon or if it was 10 at night. They always had it a little darker.
Nowhere will ever be even on the same level, even close to the same level as Mabel Murphy's, like in terms of how good it was. All the other bars around here are just at mediocre levels compared to Mabel Murphy's. The best memories I've had at Mabel Murphy's, I don't remember.
It was last year for St. Patrick's Day, And so I just went to Mabel's because like, why the hell not? And my friend Peter was there, and there was these girls walking around with Jameson. So free shots of Jameson too. So we were just like taking shots the whole night, and the night got pretty wild. And I'd say that's probably my most memorable time.
But other than that, I'd say the best memories are the ones that you just don't really remember. Not because always because you're too drunk. It's because you're just having the time out there and with your friends and with the people you like being around. Sometimes those memories, they come up later when you've never really remembered them. So we'll see.
We always did like, you know, bus trips around the lake. We did brewer bus games. We just had a lot of things that we did together. It was like a big family, so it was really just kind of nice to be a part of that.
Kudos to the Oshkosh Fire Department for battling the fire and saving the sign. The sign was unique, the logo was unique, just everything about it spoke so many words to people that patronized the place over 45 years. And hopefully we'll see Mabel's again, probably not in that location, but sounds like they'll reopen somewhere else.
As of right now, I don't know of any plans, but like I said, that's up to Sean and his dad and Steve's and see what they want to do with it.
In the future, that if we are able to rebuild, we all know how the city is. So hopefully we can rebuild where we are and what goes on. Hopefully it's going to live on. Hopefully it lives on.